Oh, are they still going to burn the Korans down in Florida? Dr. Terry Jones, the pastor of the Dove World Church, doveworld.org, back on the show with us. Pastor Jones, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us again. A week or two ago when you were on here, I suggested to you that you were basically doing the work of Osama bin Laden for him. It appears that General Petraeus and Secretary of State Clinton agree with me. I'm wondering if you're going to continue with this planned Koran burning on 9/11.
Yeah, as of right now, we are planning to continue on.
How do you respond? Der Spiegel this morning broke a story. Islamophobes passed in Germany. Terry Jones accused of spiritual abuse at Cologne, is how you say it in an English church. Is it true that you ran a church in Western Germany until last year when your parishioners kicked you out?
Until a couple of years ago, I was a missionary there in Germany for quite a long time. Yes.
And
people have asked me. People have been asking over and over, what would it take for us not to burn the Quran?
Mm-hmm.
I've given that actually a lot of thought. I'm probably going to say this today in a press conference here. It seems as though that the majority of Americans do not want the mosque in New York. That is what I understand. That is what some of the
but you're in Florida. You know, sir, this Der Spiegel article points out that you and your wife were...
My proposal is that, I won't talk about the past. It just is a deflection of what we're doing right now.
Well, I think the past is pretty important because I think it's a reflection of what you're doing right now. Mr. Schaefer, the government official from Germany, said that you are a fanatic who is courting global media attention because you can't cope with the immense loss of power and significance of being kicked out of an 800-member church in Germany and having only a 50-member church in the United States. Your response?
Our proposal is. As I said, I've been asked many times, and our proposal would be if they would not build the mosque in New York, what the American people do not want, we will not burn the Quran, which is also what I assume most Muslims do not want us to do.
The Germans are suggesting in Der Spiegel, in today's edition of Der Spiegel, that the reason that you're doing this is just to get publicity for yourself, self-aggrandizement, that you and your wife suggested to your parishioners that you were divinely appointed by the Lord, quote, meaning opposition was a crime against the Lord, opposition to you, end quote, and that you were asking money in an increasingly insistent manner. This led to your congregants basically kicking you out of the country.
Why
should anybody take you seriously?
I will talk about the 9/11. I mean, I don't want to be rude, but
Feel free.
I actually will not continue to do the interview. We are dealing with what we're doing right now in 9/11. I realize that a lot of stories try to come out. There's been a lot of stories spread about me. That's always a typical way, because if you can make me look like some type of a
Jim Jones
monster or whatever, then of course the message that I have is no longer valid. So actually, I will not go there. If you want to discuss 9/11, that will be fine. If not, I guess we will have to end this conversation.
Well, in other words, you don't have a response to the Germans saying that you're basically doing this grandstanding because it's your psyche. You've got to be in the public light.
No, I don't have a response. No, I have a response to issues concerning
and you don't have a response to my suggestion that you are doing Osama bin Laden's work for him by riling up and putting our soldiers at risk by riling up the Muslim world around.
We definitely feel that we are not doing his work. I can respond to that. That has to do with what we're doing right now. We definitely feel that we are not doing that. Just the opposite. We are revealing the radicalness of Islam. I believe we're pointing the finger at the wrong person, and I don't know why we do that in America. If violence comes out of this, it's because it's the nature of Islam. It is their violent nature, and possibly not as many people are against us as you think. We get emails. We got a phone call yesterday from a retired Green Beret.
I am sure there are a lot of spiritual bigots in this country,
Delta,
sir,
who said he is convinced. Hey, let me tell you this story. This is really sad. He said, I am convinced that the special forces are behind you.
Well, he's wrong.
Said.
He's wrong. I mean, you've got the General Petraeus, the guy who's the leader in Iraq, and or Afghanistan. I mean, if anybody would know, he would, saying, "You, sir, are putting the lives of American troops at risk. You, sir, will have blood on your hands if you do this." And then, you know, as I said, Der Spiegel says, and the reason you're doing it is because you can't cope with the immense loss of power and significance because you got thrown out of your church in Germany.
Did you call me because you wanted me to say something, or did you just want to talk to me? Just want to preach at me? This guy said he was in Yugoslavia when the Muslims did their ethnic cleaning. I don't know why we ignore these things. I don't know why we wash them over. I don't know. We tried. We get on other stuff. He said he was there. He said they burned down 150 churches. How come people are not yelling? I'm going to burn a Quran. So why are people not yelling about that? He said he stood there as a 3-story building filled with Christians, a hospital building, was burnt to the ground
and was condemned, and Slobodan Milosevic stood in the dock at the Hague and went to prison for that. I mean,
our government would not let them do anything.
What are you talking about?
They stood there. Yes, that's exactly what he said.
Bill Clinton got attacked for going in.
We are just saying Islam is bad. Radical Islam is bad, and that's what we are pointing to. There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
So all Muslims,
nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Yeah, sir, you are doing Osama bin Laden's work. You are doing the devil's work, and I think it's tragic. And frankly, it appears to me that Der Spiegel's right, and you're some kind of sociopath. I'm just astounded. But I thank you for coming on our program, Terry Jones, doveworld.org. For more on this and other topics, please visit TomHartman.com.